Now let's hear from Nick Holdworth in Berlin.
Well, Macron has reportedly invited NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte, the leaders of Germany, Italy, the UK and Poland to Paris tomorrow, Monday, for an emergency meeting to work out how Europe can respond to what's going on. The idea that Europe is going to be excluded from talks to reach an agreement over the end of the war between Russia and Ukraine has caused extreme alarm in European capitals. We even have the Polish Foreign Minister Radosław Sikorski attributing to Donald Trump attributes which are normally attributed to the Russians, saying that President Trump has a method of operating which the Russians call razvedka boyem, reconnaissance through battle. You push and you see what happens, and then you change your position, and we need to respond to that. So basically, the Europeans feel that they're on a back foot. There's this suggestion that there are going to be some initial planning talks in Saudi Arabia this coming week between Russia and the US, with Marco Rubio leading the US delegation. Marco Rubio has also talked on the telephone last night with his counterpart in Moscow, Sergei Lavrov. And indeed, Volodymyr Zelensky has already said that the Ukrainians apparently haven't been invited to those talks. It's still a little bit unclear what's going on, but the idea that an agreement could be made over the heads of the Europeans, even at the same time that the Americans have sent a letter around European capitals asking European countries what troops they could contribute to a peacekeeping force in Ukraine, that has really set the cat amongst the pigeons. And there's really shock in Europe at the moment. The German Foreign Minister, Annalena Baerbock, has said that this is a moment of truth for the world and that we really need to decide whose side we're on. Are we on the side of freedom and democracy, or are we rooting for the other side? It seems to be a fairly thinly veiled suggestion that Donald Trump's team is rooting for the other side.